So the WNBA expansion draft is happening soon, and every team has already submitted the players that they have to.
The Indiana Fever just stopped using social media. Accounting for a single erase day post demonstrated their complete development. The draft plan from last night was 6. 2 million people watched Caitlin Clark's. Golden, the NBA's newest team, couldn't be in a worse situation as a result of this leak. The State Valkyries are ready to steal Indiana's top spot, which is worth $122 million. After that, the office was put under complete lockdown. The Post disappeared, raising concerns as November 25th draws near. According to team sources, the protection deadline is approaching. However, the roster list that was leaked was truly shocking. A crucial player was left out. Is this the biggest mistake in the front office since Elena? Del Don's 2017 trade. Disaster.
So lads, the Indiana Fever might be making a huge mistake. Again, this is a might because you just never know. You never know when it comes to things like this because you don't know how players pan out. You don't know. Maybe you're overrating a player, maybe you're underrating a player. But it's always kind of hard to tell when it comes to young players.
Before I go any deeper into this massive story, let me explain what is actually happening with Indiana's current WNBA expansion. This draft isn't like the others. It's a rare occurrence that could affect the Golden State franchise's future. Valkyries will join the league in 2026, and they want talent on every team. In the WNBA, 6 players are protected, leaving the others vulnerable to being replaced by new players. This is where things get interesting for a few hours on November 24th. Before the protection deadline, the Indiana Fever's social media team posted what seemed to be an innocent photo of a coach. Coincidentally, the post featured exactly 6 players, and Stephanie White stood proudly beside them. Vanished in 45 minutes, but not before astute admirers grab hold. Screenshots from the WNBA community were submitted. In a panic, the market value of the Fever increased by 47% after Caitlin Clark was chosen. Let's talk about numbers for a moment. Their merchandise sales hit a record high, and Clark's jersey became the best-selling rookie jersey in the WNBA. The compromised image showed that season ticket renewals for history are now 300% more accessible than they were the year before. Alongside Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Aaliyah Boston, Tammy Bentley, and Alyssa Smith, Clark is positioned in the center. The salaries of these 6 players total. The cap hit for the 2024 season is $846,000. The fact that the Fever persists is the worst part. Grace Berger, a promising guard, has a rookie contract that is advantageous to the team. The list that industry insiders are discussing. Alyssa Smith's situation after a practice caused tension in the locker room and the controversial eye poke incident that happened during her well-known TikTok video. One anonymous person has raised significant concerns about defending Smith against younger talent. A league executive told me that the franchise's timing might make this the kind of decision that plagues a 4-year period. Indiana's situation will worsen. With their first postseason trip since 2016 and a 67% increase in attendance since Clark's arrival, the group is under tremendous pressure to maintain this momentum, especially with the Valkyries lurking around every corner. Let's talk about the Valkyries' contributions to the table, which are funded by Silicon Valley and Oakland, is building a state-of-the-art arena, but they won't be joining the league to increase their ownership numbers. With their initial investment of $50 million, the group is one of the most financially stable expansion teams in women's sports. Expansion draft regulations and sports history are cruel teams that can only protect 6 individuals. The issue is that the Valkyries and players are limited to selecting 1 player from each current squad. All things considered, unrestricted free agents require teams to be strategic about who they fail to protect while balancing current talent with the possibility that the stakes could not be higher during the Fever. They have finally struck gold with Boston and Clark after years of reconstruction, and now they have to deal with the possibility of losing your key. In essence, the leak post has given their supporting cast members a preview of Valkyrie's plan, allowing them to organize their draft. Taking the proper approach, let's analyze each player from the leaked photo. It goes without saying that Caitlin Clark leads the league in assists per game, averages 21.4 points, and has already broken 3 rookie records. Her impact is not limited to court television. Ratings for Fever games are increasing. Aaliyah Boston, another previous Rookie of the Year, has a 156% since her debut. It's clear that she chose to pursue a career in posting. Rebound peaks, 8. 2. Points and blocks, 2. 1. Her chemistry with Clark has been their favorite, and their role is becoming one of the most exciting in the league. Kelsey Mitchell is a productive player who offers dependable scoring, seasoned leadership, and effectiveness. Although she is nearing the end of her contract, team insiders indicate that they plan to use their essential classification to keep her in Indiana. She scored 18.2 points per game and had a 42% three-point shooting percentage. She is crucial to the team's spacing because of her ability to shoot points. Now, let's talk about how Lexi Hull's inclusion in the protected list may surprise casual fans, but the Hull's numbers paint a different picture. At an astounding 92.4, she has the highest defensive rating of any WNBA guard, and her percentage has increased by 3 points from 32%. This season, when she is the primary defender, she is limiting 38% of opponents to just 34% of the field, which is what championship teams with glue players require. The real disagreement starts with Nalissa Smith's natural aptitude. It is evident that she averages 12.4 points and 7.3 rebounds per game. Efficiency score of 18. 2. However, the off-court drama has been a constant diversion that causes the eyes to swell. The team was suspended for 3 games due to an incident that occurred during practice. Important playoff games push her. 3 seasoned athletes are requesting private consultations with coaching staff after posts on social media appear to have caused conflict in the changing area. The Las Vegas Aces are one of the teams that have already inquired about potential trades, according to multiple sources. Perhaps the most confusing part of the puzzle is Tammy Bentley's defense. She still gives gift to veterans, but her numbers have declined. She has only averaged 5.2 points and 4.1 rebounds in her last 15 games since the middle of the season, which is less than the opening game's 6.3 rebounds and 8.7 points. For the first half of the season, her impact on defense has also diminished with opponents. In contrast to her, who shot 38% in the first few months of the year, she shot 47% in the paint-up. This could be a smoke screen for a bigger action, according to WNBA analysts.
If I was the Indiana Fever, I would genuinely want to protect Grace Berger. Because I think Grace Berger I think in the modern WNBA, Grace Berger is going to be such a good...
But this is the reason for the Fever. The players left the fans awake at night. As Brilliance's backup shooter for Clark, Grace Berger showed flashes while unprotected. In games where she played more than 20 minutes, she averaged 9, 2.4, 8 assists and points with favorable three-point shooting percentage of 44% +5. A single Eastern Conference executive contrasting her skills with Courtney Vander's departure and her lack of protection could backfire on Indiana for many years to come. 2 league scouts are less likely to view her as a potential starting guard.